What's going on, everybody? Today we have got some crazy news. Nothing normal, nothing that happens every day, happens every couple of years. Every 4 years, we got some news that Joe Biden is officially the president of the United States. Now, we got half of America who's sad, and we got half of America who's excited. And I want you to all know that even though there are still lawsuits and there are still things flowing and there is still some delays in certain aspects, really those who are going for Joe Biden are basically celebrating, and they're announcing and they're saying all around that Joe Biden has officially won and he is now the president of the United States. For everybody who's watching right now, I want you to pay attention to this. Joe Biden will not officially get into the White House until January of 2021. So President Donald Trump, who's still technically the president, will still be in office until the new year comes, and that's when Joe Biden will take over. Now, for everybody watching, what I talk about on this channel is real estate, money, and business. And this has to do with all of that. This has to do with the new president. And as we all know, the president is just not local for the United States, but it's all around the country that this sparks fear or interest with trading, with business, and with the economy. So I have clients, because I'm a real estate agent, from all around the world who invest locally here in Dallas, Texas, where I am, and they're putting their money on the side waiting for what the election results were going to be. Now that the election results are out, depending who they were going for and what predictions they have, they decide to maybe invest or maybe not invest. There's millions of dollars, if not billions, on the sidelines right now, just waiting to understand what's happening with the current market. I have clients who have millions on the sidelines, but I'm sure all around the world there's billions on the sidelines. Now, for everybody who's tuning into this live stream, drop down your questions, drop down your thoughts. Make sure that you have me on 1080p so you can see me crisp. And anything that you guys have that you're thinking about, put it down in the comments. Don't be scared, don't be shy, and let's talk and discuss. This is why I do these live streams. Remember, every single week I upload on Monday, Thursday, and I go live on Saturday. And Saturday is when we discuss, when we talk business, real estate, money, and everything that we got going on. So guys, Joe Biden is officially the president. I'm looking down here because I'm looking at my laptop, making sure that I stay on track with the things. Now, as we all know, the presidency plays a huge impact with the market, with the economy, with decisions that are made with maybe you as a real estate investor or a business owner. You might decide that I'm not going to make an investment right now because there's just too much uncertainty. You might decide that you're not opening a second location for your business because there's too much uncertainty. And this is what the elections does. This is what, whenever we go through a new presidency, does. Now, here's what I want you guys to know. Joe Biden and the fears that so many have if he were to become president, which he has, there's so much fears on, is he going to shift the real estate market? Is the stock market going to do a reversal and just tank? Is the markets with the virus going to just be horrible and things aren't going to be addressed correctly? Is he going to jump into the Oval Office and start to take away the 1031 exchange that he proposed to do so? I want you to know that there's so much that Joe Biden's going to have to do before he can even reach the things that he wants to do, because he's entering when there's a pandemic, when the virus is killing thousands and thousands of people around the world. He's not going to jump in and remove a 1031 exchange proposal that he has. He's going to jump in and try to handle and situate what is needed to be immediate, which is the virus. The virus is what's causing so much uncertainty, so much fear, so much concerns, and millions of Americans who are losing their homes, losing their lives because they're losing their jobs, and ultimately that's how they live. So for all of you who are concerned about things that he might be proposing, you might want to think again, because he has way too much on his hands right now to be jumping into trying to do the stuff that he proposes. Of course, he'll have his team and try to go after certain things, but I feel personally that he's got so much more to handle than that right now. Now, as we all know, that around the world there is talks, and even here in the United States there is talks about a second lockdown. The virus cases are raising, and I was reading that there is 150,000 people daily diagnosed with the virus in America alone. Now, we have the UK already announcing a lockdown if they're not already in lockdown, and there is people protesting all over there. Another lockdown honestly means chaos. It means businesses being shut down. It means the economy not flowing and moving. It means revenues being paused. And it means people just not making any money. Another lockdown is extremely concerning for not just the people in the UK who are now talking about it, if not already doing it, but for us here in America, it is not something that many want to happen. But the numbers for the virus are shooting up. The deaths are a big concern. And this is something that Joe Biden is going to have to address if he wants America to feel safe and if he wants things to go back to normal. Right now, what we got going is 150,000 cases of the virus per day being diagnosed. This is something that as soon as Joe Biden jumps into the Oval Office, he's going to be having to address. Now, a lot of people are also scared in reference to the stock market. One of the biggest moments for the stock markets are when there's a new president. And a lot of people were fearing if Joe Biden became president, will the stock market crash? Because with Donald Trump, it's been going up. It's been doing so good. Except when the virus came, of course, it tanked. And as we all know, it's just been a red market. But even then, the comeback has been insane. So aggressively right now, Joe Biden is going to be jumping towards the virus to solve that. The stock market, as of right now, it's actually reacting positive. A lot of investors' fears were if Joe Biden came and he became president, that the stock market is going to tank. And their fears actually flipped, and now they're thinking the opposite. So there's so much. People wondering this and people wondering that. And ultimately, it comes down to you gaining the knowledge from the right people to know what's going on. And you right now watching this live stream shows that you're interested and shows that you're trying to learn the game because you're trying to prep yourself. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm a real estate agent and I specialize in commercial real estate. And commercial real estate, retail and office is just being slaughtered. Okay? It's being slaughtered. What this means is there is people who've opened their businesses for 10 to 20 years and have now shut because of the virus. We have office space, occupancy rates are extremely low, and nobody's leasing out office space right now. Big corporate companies are now canceling their leases due to the virus and now making all their employees work from home and saving all that rent money. So commercial real estate is being slaughtered right now, and the real estate world is not looking so good for the retail and office sector. But it's looking unbelievable for the housing market, for people who want to buy houses. Now, Joe Biden is proposing, which is something very positive for the people who are buying houses for the first time, that he wants to give $15,000 in tax credit. Meaning if you're a first-time home buyer and you're looking to buy a house and you have to put a down payment, he's proposing to give $15,000 to assist with that. That's a lot of money. Depending on where you live and what markets you're in, that can help you qualify to getting a home. FHA loan at 3.5% down, you'll be way ahead. But the question is, the house prices are on fire. They're going up continuously. The competition happening right now, it is just way too competitive. So if you're going to be taking those tax credits and you're going to be presenting an offer to a seller, you have to be really competitive. So who knows if that will get you across the finish line. What's going on? We got Najib in the house showing we'll come back. How's everything going? Hope you're doing well. So Joe Biden is proposing a $15,000 tax credit to those who are first-time home buyers, which is something real positive. But at the same time, is that going to really help people who are trying to buy houses right now with how the market is so hot? We know commercial real estate's getting slaughtered, but the housing market is booming. Now, I have tons of clients that have millions of dollars that were investing into the market, that we were actively looking for deals, and they told me, word for word, we're going to sit back and we're going to wait and see who becomes president. They're worried to put their money into the market because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know if it's going to shoot up or it's going to shoot down. They don't know if Donald Trump became president again or if Joe Biden becomes president again, what's going to happen. And for all of you who are watching, as of right now, Joe Biden is the new president. He'll take office, like I said, in January 2021. But they didn't know that when they were parking their money and putting it on the side. I've had deals that died, that didn't close because clients who were buying got scared, and sellers who are my clients said that they don't know if they should sell right now because of everything going on, and they don't know where they're going to move their money elsewhere. If you sell at the highest in the market, you have to also move that money to another deal, and it's not easy to find. And a lot of my clients weren't ready to retire and just sit on a couple million, so they wanted to relocate their money somewhere else, but there's no other deals because the good ones are flying, and if they're good ones, they're also very, very overpriced. So that's what's happening. Najib, if you got any thoughts, comments, drop it down below. I'd love to answer, and I'd love to discuss with you. Now, the real estate market is doing very well for the housing, for the houses, but the commercial side is not doing so well. Now, as we all know, Joe Biden, who's the new president, is working very hard for the lower class and the middle class, and he's trying to basically, that's what his focus is. He's trying to raise specific taxes on people who make $400,000 and more, raise taxes on them in hopes that it'll benefit the lower class and the middle class. He's trying to raise corporate taxes. Donald Trump lowered it. He's trying to do a lot of things that will help the lower class, the middle class, and that's his ultimate goal and what he's trying to do. And now that he's the president, we're going to see all his proposals and everything that he has actually go into action and actually see what's happening with all of that. Right now, when we heard the news that we heard this morning, I was sitting in Starbucks, guys, and I was just on my laptop doing some work, actually doing social media work for all of you, and I got a text, and this text says, Joe Biden won. Joe Biden is the president. And I was like, that's crazy. I didn't have my phone on me to be able to look at this. I wasn't keeping up with it too much because I was working. And when I got that text, I was like, man. And it came perfect timing because every single Saturday I go live at 12 p.m. CST. So the timing was perfect because I was already coming live to you guys. So it all just lined up with one another. Now, I'm over here based in Dallas, Texas. And when I talk about the real estate, the business market, and all of that stuff, I'm basing it off of local, what I have going on here. So make sure that you let me know where you guys are from. What state are you in? Are you in Cali? Are you in Kansas? Are you in Michigan? Where are you? Put it down below and let's talk because I'll be able to relate to you more on that. We have John Wilkes Booth, who said, well, real estate investment is not going to look good under Biden's president term. Now, for those of you who have thoughts or questions or ideas, please drop it down below. Thank you so much, John, for doing so. He's saying that real estate investment's not going to look too good with Joe Biden being the president. Now, speculation going around that's true. People do say that under Joe Biden, it's not looking too good because he's trying to do certain proposals that will affect those who are wealthy, meaning he's trying to cut out the 1031 exchange. Cutting out a 1031 exchange, there's a $560 billion market as of 2019 that were done through 1031s. This means that that market's going to be shredded and gone. Now, something, John, I want to let you know is that there has been proposals before to remove the 1031 exchange, and it did not get approved. So we'll have to see how aggressive Joe Biden wants to be with it and what actually happens. We have Jesse in the house saying many people can't afford rent on a second lockdown, and stimulus checks may not even get to them in time. California homelessness is going to be double the mess it is already. That's beautiful. Stimulus checks, by the way, so many are wondering about stimulus checks. There was supposed to be another stimulus check. That didn't come out. I doubt Donald Trump, for the next month or two of him being president, he's going to try to sign off on a $2 trillion stimulus check before he leaves presidency under his name. So that might get delayed for another couple of months. Joe Biden would have to then enact that. And to be honest, it might be too late for so many people. California, from what I'm hearing, there is so many people who are moving out. Just yesterday, I met a group who said that they're leaving California. They're coming down here to Dallas, Texas, and they want to invest over here. You sell a little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom there in Cali for $1 million. You come to Texas and you buy yourself a castle. That's the truth. Now in California, we're seeing that there is so much homelessness going on. I'm seeing that people who live in good areas are scared to walk to the stores, scared to take a walk because there is just homeless people lying all around. It's so sad. It is actually crazy that we're seeing that. And that's a huge reason and motivation for people who are living there to move out of there, because that's just not something that you feel too good seeing or being around. And for those who are homeless, it's so sad because the government needs to step it up and everybody's now going through a struggle. So it's definitely not easy on them. Keep dropping down your questions, your thoughts, your ideas below, guys. I like to talk back and forth. I like to see what state you guys in. Where do you live? Comment that below also so I know how to address. John is saying not to forget that Biden is going to end the oil industry, which 60% will be affected. That's huge. I had a client I was talking to the other day, and he was talking to me and saying that if Joe Biden became president, his oil business is going to get crushed because Joe Biden is planning to do a lot of tweaks with the oil industry, a lot of changes with the oil industry. And the truth is, John, you nailed it right on the head. I have clients who are in the oil industry who are so fearful, not knowing what in the world is going to happen and if their business is going to continue like it used to be. And that's something to be as of big concern because, as we know, the oil industry is massive. It's not just a couple $1,000, it's in the trillions of dollars, and that's what it is. So that is definitely a concern. Everybody who's watching right now, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For those who don't know, every Monday and Thursday, I upload real estate content on my channel. And then on Saturdays, I go live. Remember, this channel is about real estate, money, and business. We talk about it all. The channel, I'm doing some shifts on it. I'm going to be doing some different content, some new content, some content on flipping cars, flipping electronics, flipping houses, getting into real estate, the things that I began my career with, the things that I began at the age of 12 years old with, and I'm going to share with you guys how you can make so much money with little money, and that's the goal with this channel, and that's what I plan to do. We got, remember, Raheel in the house. You'll have to understand, this is what he's saying. You'll have to understand whatever they say is not 100% till it passes with Congress. You're right 100% on that. Can you explain to everybody right now, Raheel, who's joining, when you're saying till it passes with Congress, what are you entailing? What do you mean by till it passes with Congress? Are you saying that it has to go through a lot of levels, a lot of hierarchy before it can actually get passed? In detail, if you have a minute to put that in there. John's saying, I'm going to be a real estate agent by next year. Can you help me? I live in Dallas. John, I live in Dallas. Any help that you need, go on Instagram, put my name, Karam Khalil _ shoot me a direct message, and I promise you I'll help you. I'll help you on a personal level. I'll give you advice on what I think you should do and how you can go out and make some serious money, because whether you're a new agent or a veteran agent, there's money to be made, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I've been in the game long enough to know that there's money when you're new and money whenever you've been in the industry. And of course it differs, but I'm going to help you. So definitely shoot me a message and I'll take care of you on that. Quick tip for you, John. If you're becoming a real estate agent, my biggest advice is pick the correct brokerage in the beginning. Don't go to the one who takes the least amount of commission. Don't be greedy for the money in your beginning stages. Join someone who's going to help you. Try to be with a team who's going to advise you. That's my biggest advice as of today. Angie, help me too. I am in Chicago. Angie, the same thing. Karam Khalil _ on Instagram. Shoot me a message. Doesn't matter if you're in Chicago, Cali, Texas. I can still help you and I can still give you advice according to that. I'm a real estate agent myself. I began at the age of 18 years old investing in properties to buy and flip and buy and rent. Then I became a real estate agent and I started in luxury real estate, residential. Now I do commercial real estate. So I got perspective on anything, and thanking God, of course, I'm doing very well for myself. So I'd love to help you guys out who need the help. That's why I have this channel. John's saying, as long as Trump wins the court case then Biden won't be president. John, I don't know about that. They're saying that Donald Trump is trying to basically take this to court, but some judges are overriding it, and not just overriding it, they're just saying there's no actual evidence. And as of right now, Joe Biden is so ahead that it's not going to be easy for Donald Trump to win every single state that he's trying to go against. And they're also saying that the numbers are by 100,000 plus votes. If it was 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, you would have some opportunity, but you're talking about 100,000 plus votes. I don't know about that if Donald Trump's going to have a chance with something like that, to be honest with you. Jacob said, inspired and subscribed today. Jacob, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That really makes me motivated and excites me to see that. For everybody who's watching the live stream right now, give it some thumbs up. Show some support on that. I'd really appreciate it. Give the live stream a thumbs up so I know that you're enjoying this. I come every single Saturday at 12 p.m. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you, Jacob, for subscribing. I'm glad to have you, and I hope to see you in the future videos. We have Raheel saying, we have a system of checks and balances in the Senate and House, which is split evenly but leaning more towards Democrats. So he's saying that we have a split system, which is supposed to be even, but right now we have more Democrats in that system. So Joe Biden being a Democrat, having more Democrats in the system, I'd like to say that more Democrats are going to vote towards the laws and the things that Joe Biden wants to pass. So we could see that getting accepted more and actually passing through Congress. So I see what you're saying, but at the same time, if it's not evenly split and you got more Democrats, they'll probably lean towards who the president is, which is Democratic. Angie's saying, thank you, and can you please make more videos on commercial real estate? Yeah, definitely, Angie, I will do that. I'm going to start making a lot more detailed videos for commercial real estate and residential real estate. Simple breakdowns for all of you, how to get started, how to get clients, how to make money in it, and hopefully that's going to be able to help you also. I'll definitely do that. John's saying, what's a good brokerage for a new real estate agent? Off the top of my head, from what I hear, Keller Williams is a great brokerage to join when you're trying to learn real estate, because they have a good training program. I think it's for 6 months. You join, you do the training with them, and then typically people will leave them. So they say Keller Williams, but to me personally, I would look at any real estate company, whether it's a boutique brokerage, a private brokerage, or a public traded one. Look at them, get interviews, see who you're comfortable with, and see who you could be working with. It's not just about the big name, because the big name doesn't matter anymore. It's all about personal branding. So I would first look into interviewing a bunch. I interviewed about 10 brokers before I joined one. So don't take the easy route and try to be comfortable. I interviewed over 10 just trying to find that correct one. So that's my advice for you, is search and see. But Keller Williams, from what I hear, their training is solid. But look around and see, because I've never been through their training at all. Will 1031 be discounted? What we're hearing is Joe Biden wants the 1031 eliminated. Now, the 1031 is huge, because if you're buying real estate and you're trying to grow your portfolio and legally defer taxes, you use the 1031. I have clients that I've sold properties for, shopping centers worth $3-4 million, and we sign off on the contract. This is in fact a 1031 exchange deal, meaning that we're taking this funding, this money that we're getting from the sale, and we are moving it to another deal. So it's important, and I wonder how things are going to get passed with that, because it's a huge market. Jacob, grateful and thank you. I'm inspiring entrepreneur as well. I love it, Jacob. I'm an entrepreneur myself in the business world and real estate world, so you're definitely going to enjoy the channel. I'm really glad that you joined it. Remember, everybody who's watching right now, I'd really appreciate you to give it a like, a thumbs up right now. It's very simple. It's free. It encourages me, and I see that support that you guys are enjoying it. What is Joe Biden's tax plan? In simple, Joe Biden's tax plan is to raise taxes, from what I'm seeing. Everything that Donald Trump lowered, his plan is to raise it, but he's not trying to raise it just on everybody. He's really trying to raise it on the wealthy and those who make a lot of money. Those who make over $400,000, he's trying to raise it on them. Corporate taxes, he's trying to raise it from 21% to 27%. And he's ultimately trying to raise the taxes, but his belief is that it'll benefit the lower income and middle income. That's what his structure is, and that's what his goal is. So we're just going to have to see. John's saying, if you make more 400K, you pay more in taxes, but it's under, then you should be good. So if you're watching this and you make over $400,000, which is a lot of money, which is kudos to you, because that's successful in my opinion, then you're going to be paying more taxes. If you make less than that, then you should be fine. I don't see much effect happening to you, because that's not what Joe Biden's trying to do in his tax plan. So you should be good. Anyways, guys, please drop off some last questions and comments. I plan to get off the live stream right now. So drop some last things if you have any. And if you don't have any, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Remember, every single week I upload 3 times. And I come live every Saturday for all of you to answer your questions, to be able to talk to you directly, and to be able to see what I can help with, if I can help. I love to help out, but if I can't help out, I always let you know that I can't, but I definitely will get you a source that can. That's what I am. I'm very transparent. I'm gaining knowledge through the real estate game. I'm gaining knowledge through everything that I'm doing, and I share that with you, and that's the goal with this channel. So thank you all so much for watching. We're going to call it an end for this live stream. I'll see you in the next video on Monday. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate that. And I'll see you all later. Thank you so much, and I'm out.